What's good, YouTube? Ant here, be here, and I want to talk to you guys about basically my experience in school. Now, I might, so if I do, if I decide to talk about um, like my experience throughout, my entire school experience, it might be way too long. So we'll see. So we'll just start from like elementary, like pre-K, elementary, middle school, and high school, all that. So we'll start from there. And but how you guys doing though? I always gotta make sure I check in on y'all, cause I don't know what y'all going through, like, or whatever it is, like, y'all get through it, y'all be okay. Cause we all go through stuff, so, but, so let's see, we're gonna start with pre-K, and I'm not gonna lie, guys, like, I fucking hated school. I hated school, like, and I still hate school. I'm not going, and one of the reasons is just because, like, for one, I feel like school is pointless, which it is, but it is. It's pointless because, like, half of the stuff you learn in school, you don't need, in adulthood. Like, once you're an adult and, go into the real world, you don't need most of the shit that you learn in school. So I don't know. Like, I don't get. No, I think it might be like just a big ass cash grab, like, or and also, like, they're basically training people to work, because that's what that shit is. Like, all they're teaching you is how to be a good employee and all that. So, but anyways, we're gonna start with pre-K. So, to be honest, pre-K, I don't really remember a lot of what happened in pre-K. I just remember being a little ass kid, just being all like, I don't know if I know in school I was always the quiet one to myself and stuff, but I don't know if that's always been the case all the way back to pre-K. I think I was like 4 or 5. Probably like 5, or no, probably 4. Yeah, it had to be 4. So pre-K, I just remember, like, I would say for pre-K it was my experience wasn't bad. I don't think I've really ever gotten in trouble or anything. So pre-K, and then plus, because I can't remember a lot of it, so I'm just gonna say pre-K was good. But kindergarten, let's go to kindergarten now. So kindergarten was actually, I'm not gonna lie, your boy was kind of fucking up in kindergarten, like, pretty much school in general though. Like, I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, so I remember I would just, what was her name? Because I had different teachers in kindergarten. I think the main teacher that I had was, like, I think her name was, like, Miss Nakata. But was it her class that I had those bad experiences, or that I was fucking up in? I just know, if you guys ever heard of, like, the, little, they call it, like, the sheet, like, the star system, and, like, they basically stamp you, like, it's like they always, depending on how you did that day, they would always pull out the star system and stamp it, give you a smiley face if you were good that day, and then, I think by the end of the week, that's when they sent your star system home, so your parents could look at it and determine whether to whoop your ass or not. like literally, bruh. Like, and I would say for the most part, at least in the beginning, I was good. But see, the thing is, I started like there were some troublemakers, and I was a very impressionable young lad, you know what I'm saying? So, your boy kind of would hang out with these people, and that's the main reason how I started getting into trouble and stuff. So like, I can't remember who their names were, but even if I did, I wouldn't say that. I would like use a different name. But I remember I actually remember I had this friend that we would always be like playing around and stuff. And I remember, I think one time we stayed out at recess a little longer, and like while the staff was like calling everybody to get in line, we were just like fucking around and stuff. And then I remember we got caught, and then my fucking bro, when we got caught, cause at this point I'm not used to getting into trouble yet. But even then, even when I got used to it, it's still like damn, like I know I'm not this type of fucking kid. I'm not this type of person. So it's like, it always hits me hard and shit when shit like this happens. But so we got in trouble. My heart drops. My heart freaking drops. And I remember they were just questioning. They basically interrogated me. They interrogated me and shit. I don't know if they interrogated him, but I remember they pulled me aside, interrogated me, saying, "What was y'all doing and shit?" And I was like I was just all timid, like shy, and I was just mumbling and shit. And she was like, "What you say?" And I was like, I couldn't talk. So, and so I can't remember what the outcome of that was, but I think they just, I don't know, I think they let us off the hook with that, but I can't remember fully, because guys, it was so long ago. Like, come on, how you expect me to remember all that? Like, yes, it was my experience, but it was so long ago. I was a little ass kid. Like, I don't even remember how old I was. I was probably like 5 or something. But so let's see what happened. Was there anything else that happened in kinder? Oh, I do remember one thing that happened. I was in this other teacher's class. Her name was Miss Harris or Miss Harrison or some shit. And I remember that. And this was my own fault, no influence or anything. When we were in math class, like, just, because I think we had to go in her class towards the end of the day, because I think our teacher had to do something and she wasn't able, like, she had to go and she wasn't able to stay the rest of the day to teach us, so we got moved to Miss Harris. And I remember while we were doing the math and shit, my dumb ass, I don't know if you guys know about how in kinder, I don't know if they still do this, but they have the little pencil boxes, all decorative and shit. Like, and you have your pencils, your erasers, your pencil sharpeners, your markers, highlighters, all that in there. My stupid ass, I freaking grab the pencil box and I literally start writing on it, and we're not supposed to be doing stuff like that, but I start writing on it, and I'm not I don't just grab it and just start writing on it like this. I'm like sly, I'm like slick about it and shit. Like, I'm just kind of like, I'm looking, but I have the pencil, and I'm just kind of, and I'm doing it like sloppy, so it's like barely visible, but it's visible enough to where you can see what was actually written. So I write on it, but the thing is, not only do I write on it, but I write my fucking name. I write my name on it. So, and I remember nothing happened that day, but when we come back the next day, oh, and I completely forgot about it too. We come back, it's a brand new day. It's morning. We come in, we all, we ready to learn and shit. I remember when right as Miss Nakano was finna teach, Miss Harris just comes in out of nowhere with the pencil box. With the pencil box that my ass wrote on. And she comes in already saying, talking to Miss Nakano. She's like, yo, somebody wrote on my shit. Somebody wrote on my pencil box. But the thing is, as she was saying that, she was talking to Miss Nakano, but she was looking at me. She was looking at me, and I looked up like, oh my god. So I looked up like, oh shit. Well, this is a pickle, right? We're in a big ass pickle. Yeah, they fucking both of them looked at me. Like, she looked at me, then Miss Nakano looked at me, then the class. Yeah, I'm and you see why I hate school, shit, moments like this, I can't do that. I can't do it. So I got in trouble, I think. Yeah, they, for the whole day, I just had a shitty day. And then they, did the star system shit. I was, bad. And then I remember, I think I did get ass whooping that day. Yeah, because my mom was like, oh, you writing on shit? Yeah, nah. It's something I know at least most of you can relate to this. So if you guys did the star system thing back in kinder and shit, when I knew I was fucking up and my shit was mostly bad, I remember when we would get the star systems at the end of the school week, I would take it, and the thing is, so we would have to spend the night at our grandma's house because my mom would work. She would work a lot. She would have to, she would work, I think she would work late at night, so we couldn't be over there because there was nobody else to watch us. So we would stay at our grandma's house and sleep over, and then my mom would come and take us to school early in the morning before she went to work. So what I remember one time I had the stars, and then every time she would take us to school, she would always when she knew we had this, after the end of the week, she would always want to check the star system. Or actually, no, we didn't get them at the end of the week. We got them at the end of the day, every day. And we just kept them in our folders and shit. And I think we had to give them to the teacher for them to stamp. So yeah, I think that's how it actually worked. So we did that. And that day I got a bad star. So when my mom came, when she came in the morning to pick us up and we was getting ready, I freaking had my star system. I hid that shit under my grandma's bed. And my mom, she came in, she was like, all right, you guys ready? We was like, yeah. And then she was, all right, let me how was school yesterday? And we was like, oh, it was good. Oh. Okay. And she was like, all right, let me see your star systems. She looked at my little sister's. Hers was good. She was good. But then it came to mine, and I was like, all right, let me find it. I opened my folder. I'm like, oh, it's not in here. I don't know what happened. And she like, what do you mean? She looking at me all confused, like, what you mean it's not in here? Where is it? And I'm like, I don't know. I'm just trying to sound so convincing right now. And it works for a second, actually. But she's like, yo, she's like, don't fucking play with me. Like, my mom don't be playing, bro. Like, if y'all, like, bro, my mom can be very scary. Like, a lot of people be scared of my mom. Like, my mom could be scary as hell. Like, she got creative with them ass whoopers, man. Like, oh my goodness. I don't think any of y'all ever experienced getting whooped upside down. Upside down? Like, nah, dude. But she freaking, she was losing patience with me and stuff. So like, she started looking for, cause she already suspected that I probably like did something with it. So, and then she was saying, oh well, oh no, she actually called the school, cause that's how serious she was about this shit, man. It's like she was just itching to whoop us, man, to just whoop my ass. So like, she called the school and she was like, yo, you lost the star system. Like, I want to see if I can, like, what happened yesterday. And I forgot what happened, but she eventually, I think she eventually found it. Or she made me, I got to the point where I felt guilty enough to where I was like, you know what, fuck it. Like, I am going to pretend to look for it and then eventually find it under the bed, and then I'm gonna just take the L, dude. So I freaking, I started looking for it, I grabbed it, I'm like, alright, I found it, mom, and then I'm like, I'm like giving it to her, just, and I just fucking hand that shit over, and she looks at it, and she like, she turns it around, she shows it to me, she's like, what's this? And I'm like, my eyes are already watery, because I already know I'm about to get destroyed before school that day. So I'm like, I don't got nothing to fucking say. I'm just tears already at that point. And she already knows. She's like, all right, pulls the belt, whoops my ass, bro. Like, shit made me wanna cry. No, I'm not gonna cry. I'm good. Okay, but so yeah, like, yeah, but so yeah, I have experience like that. I fucking hated those star systems. The star system. I hated those. I don't know if you guys had to deal with that shit, but I had to. I fucking hate those. Did it get better when I, but yeah, nah, not really. Not really. So like, moving on from that to, basically we're gonna go to first grade. Or should I? You know what? I'll leave that in the in the next video. I'll do parts because this video is already long enough. I don't even know if you guys like. I know some people, because I like longer videos, but I don't know if you guys would like that. If you do, let me know in the comments. Like, I'll start doing, like, if I got something to talk about that I know that's gonna be a long ass video, like I'll just talk about it the whole way through. But that's pretty much like my freaking kindergarten experience, and pre-K I can't remember much of, but I know it wasn't nearly as bad because I was still like little. I was basically a baby still and shit. So like, but yeah, like I would just be fucking up, man. And the crazy thing is, I was fucking up throughout my entire school experience. Only except when I got to my last 2 years of high school. Crazy, but yeah, I'm gonna end it there. I'm gonna leave it there, and in the next one I'll continue with first grade, like my experience in first grade and how that went, but. And then so on and shit. So, guys, make sure you sting that like button if you enjoyed, and join the Ant family. And I will see you guys in the next one. Until next time.